In this video, I will demonstrate how to set up the calendar feature using a PC and a connection over Bluetooth for an IN2 or IN3 push-button station. In addition, I'll demonstrate a new feature called the QuietTime feature, which allows you to set up a daily time frame where the volumes are reduced by a specific percent on a daily basis. The calendar feature is set up slightly differently between an IN2 and an IN3, so I'll demonstrate how to do it for both. On an IN2, simply log into the button. And on an IN2, the calendar feature is located under iCCU configuration and calendar events. The calendar feature is set up the exact same way on an IN3. So to demonstrate it on an IN3, I'll disconnect from the IN2, connect to the IN3, and the calendar feature is located under the IN3 tabs. Again, you can see it looks exactly the same. Now, before I jump into the calendar feature demonstration, I want to demonstrate how to use this new feature called QuietTime. QuietTime allows you to select a specific time frame and a specific volume reduction as a percentage to occur every single day. For example, if you want to have the locate tone during the hours of 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. be half of what the normal configured volume is, simply use the QuietTime function, click the radio button to turn it on. For the start time, select 8 p.m. and for the end time, select 4 a.m. And then under volume reduction, if we want to reduce the overall volume by 50%, we select 50%. Once you've made your selection, it'll give you a description of exactly what you have selected. In this example, it says starting at 8 p.m. the volume of all sounds will be reduced by 50%. At 4 a.m. the volume will return to its unmodified volume settings. Since this is the most requested feature of reducing volumes during a specific part of the day, in the iNav system we've broken out this configuration into its own system called QuietTime. Once you have it set the way you want, you simply click Save, and the button will perform that volume reduction every day based on the volume setting that you've selected. If you want to have more specific control over different sounds or different volume settings based on different times of the day or different days, you'll want to implement the calendar feature. By default, the calendar feature is disabled. To enable it, simply click this button and it should show up as green and say Enabled. Below this is a list of all the currently set calendar configurations. As you can see, the current event list is empty. If you want to add a new event, click the Add button. For example, let's say that every Saturday there's a football game at a particular stadium and you want all of the messages to play at a louder volume. So we'll select a weekly calendar event. For the day of the week, we'll select Saturday. Start time, let's say the games start at 4 p.m. and the games end at 10 p.m. or that's the time that you want to change back to default configuration. So as I mentioned in the configuration settings video, configuration set number 1 is the default. That's what the APS will revert to for all times when a calendar event is not set. So you want to use one of the configuration sets 2, 3, or 4. In this instance, we'll use configuration set 2. So for configuration set 2, you'll want to set that with any configurations that you want to be active during that specific time of 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. For example, let's say you want to have a different type of walk sound or a different volume on the locate tone. You would make all those configuration settings using the Settings tab under Configuration 2 and save those configuration settings to the button. So once you have that calendar event set the way you want it to, simply click Apply. Now you can see that there is a calendar event set in this list that says every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. configuration set number 2 will be used. What we haven't done yet is actually write this calendar feature to the button, which is very important. So once you have it set the way you want, you can add multiple calendar features to this list before writing to a button. But at this point we only need this one, so we'll write it to the APS by clicking the Write button. You'll get a pop-up that says Calendar Event Successfully Written to Device. If you've made a mistake in your configuration and you want to clear all the events out of the list, simply click Clear All Events. Now if you want to read what events are actually stored in the button, click the Read button. As you can see, the configuration that we set previously is now demonstrated in the list. If you want to make an edit to that calendar event, simply select the event you want to edit, click the Edit button, and you can make changes in this window. If you want to delete a specific event, select the event and click the Delete button. Now before I delete this, I want to go ahead and save this calendar event to a file. Let's say it's a calendar event that I want to use over and over on multiple different buttons. Simply click File, Save, select a location on your computer, and save it. Now when you connect to a different button, if you want to upload the exact same calendar events, it's as easy as going to the Calendar Events page, clicking File, Open, navigating to where that calendar event is saved, open it, and write it to that button. And this concludes the tutorial on how to set up QuietTime settings and calendar events.